Today's video is my baby on track for development? Well, this is probably one of the easier answers for this question. And I certainly would never want to diminish the importance of this question. In reality, it's kind of everything, because our babies will go through developmental milestones, and we only get one opportunity for those. It's like a window of time. So, and they're in a sequence, of course. We can't change the sequence, but we can definitely assist in our babies going through the milestone or the developmental stage with full success. So this we can influence, but we can't necessarily change nature's design, but we can participate in it so we reach as much as we can to our potential, certainly for our babies. And I can't emphasize enough that this is a one moment in time. We don't get another chance for this, so it is critical. So here's the easy part of this concerning and very, very important question. When babies are brand new, they've really only got like two jobs. They need to be able to, move their head and move their mouth, which is using their muscles and their motor control. These are nerves in our body called motor nerves, so they can get on the breast and suckle. The other part that they have to be able to do is digest the milk. So in reality, the very, very first step, which is partially completed at birth, is gut and digestion, and that slight amount of movement of the head, mouth, and jaw. So that's why it's so easy. I'm just kind of like laying this out so you don't have to kind of wonder, what am I looking for? That's all you're looking for. The ability to get on the breast and the poop. Well, that's it. Obviously, the effects of that would be weight gain. So you want to measure that. You want to get a sense that your baby is thriving. But in reality, the baby's job is just those two things. Now, the second phase of that development or milestone after gut and digestion is the immunity system. And we're going to see that starting literally within the first month or two of life. So it kind of kicks in pretty early. Some studies have it kicked in already at birth. It's already started, but it's not fully there. And you may know that mother's milk has a tremendous amount of immunity in it for the baby. That's why nature kind of cheats a little bit, because the baby doesn't have full immunity, but they put it in mom's milk. Nature put it in mom's milk, and so now the baby is getting like an extra dose of immunity just through mom's breast milk. Obviously, this is why breast milk is way more critical to health and development than even the best formula on the planet. It doesn't have all these active ingredients like mom does. So then in that first 6 months, year and a half, it's okay that our baby might go through some signs of a cold, stuffy nose. They might get a reaction to a bacteria and get a little slight fever, but it shouldn't be concerning. It shouldn't be overwhelming. It should be just noticeable, but not alarming. Now, the good thing on that is that these multiple small infections, it's what helps keep building the immune system. This is why we have to kind of be exposed to nature to really be our best. There's great studies on especially what's called allergic induced asthma, which is found mostly in children that have had like a sanitary, we call it the Clorox mom. So there's no siblings, there's no pets, and mom just has that house like spotless, okay? The least amount of allergic induced asthma is the babies that have 3 or 4 brothers. There's pets all over the place. They're in daycare and they drink out of the gutter. I'm kidding on that last part, but I did. So that exposes that child to all of this bacteria, natural bacteria, and etc., so that their immune system is actually driven. We just don't want to push it so hard that they get into an infection that's, serious or life-threatening. So no kidding on that. So we want to be careful about bacteria. We don't want to have an unsanitary house. We just don't want to have this Clorox mom house. We want to have more of the, kind of house I grew up in. Clean, but still a little messy, right? This is how we really know that our babies are going in the right direction. We also want to see movement. We want to see baby even doing those little baby push-ups, They want, lifting their head off the ground. This is a big part of motor control or movement. We want to see babies obviously very calm. It's okay if they cry because they want something, they got a wet diaper, or they're hungry, or they want to be caressed. Perfectly healthy, perfectly normal. We love that. We love those kind of cries. keep in mind that there's only one language a baby has, and that's wah, okay? There's no other language yet, so that's all the baby can do to communicate. A lot of moms will eventually learn what the cries mean. Oh, that means food. That means I want to be touched. This means I'm going through some kind of pain. So we can be sensitive to that. It's not super easy, but it's available. So you want to pay attention that your baby is moving. You want to pay attention to that they're crying for an appropriate reason, and then they find, most importantly, they find calm after you've delivered the need. So after you've fed them, after you've caressed them, they should be little chill babies. It's really, really critical. We're not going to get into a lot of fancy neurology. Many of you that have watched these have heard the word parasympathetic before, and that's our calming nerve. That's also our development and growth system. So a baby's obviously in major growth, like 10,000 new neural connections a second, some kind of crazy number like that. So the development is going through the roof. It's like on fire. So evidence of that is that your baby is in parasympathetic tone. And how you notice that is, well, good pooping, and they can find calm after the need has been met. So I'm Dr. Jim Rolls. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day.